Happy birthday, everybody, and welcome to Seriously, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and today on Seriously, we're throwing a bone to our lactose-intolerant friends by taste testing 3 different non-dairy milk options. Our goal is to find out which non-dairy milk pairs best with which cereal. We're taking on the role of a cereal sommelier today. This is a very classy and refined channel, after all. Let me show you what we're going to be trying today. First, I've got this, almond milk. I chose to go with almond milk first because it's the most common and most popular non-dairy milk. And also for a second reason, because it was the first non-dairy milk I remember ever hearing of. Maybe you're like me and you've had some variation of the thought, how do they milk an almond? Almonds don't have udders. Well, the answer really is that they don't need udders. Instead, to make almond milk, they take almonds, pulverize them, strain water through them, and the result is a nutritious milk-like substance. That's the same process for nearly all plant-based milks, by the way. Next, we've got oat milk, specifically Chobani Extra Creamy Oat Milk. I got this version because my older brother Stevie swears by it, and I love him. Finally, I've got this. Soy milk. Now, I don't know why, but my imagination always makes me think that to make soy milk, they must be squeezing tofu. But that's certainly not the case. Like I said before, they make this like all of the others by pulverizing and straining water through soybeans. By the way, all of these milk can technically be made at home. There are a ton of recipes online if you want to try that out. And some people, even some of you viewers, swear by it. Now, I am nowhere near that level, of course, so I'm happy with just these store-bought introductions. Now remember, I want to make this clear, this is not a straight taste test. I'm not a milk review channel. Instead, this is a specific test for how these non-dairy milks behave when partnered with cereal. So, in order to put each of these through the paces, I've selected cereal partners from 3 different categories: plain, fruity, and chocolate. By the way, this is the same process we used last year to test cow milks, and you should go watch that episode after this one. The cereals we're going to use today are these. In the plain category, I brought Cheerios, tried and true. For fruity, we've got Fruit Loops. And then finally, for chocolate, Cocoa Pebbles. This also gives us 1 cereal from each of the 3 big cereal manufacturers, General Mills, Kellogg's, and Post. We're going to use all of this cereal and all of these milks and hopefully find a few perfect pairings. What do you think? Will one of these combinations be a home run? Will I come out of this with a new milk favorite? Or will I just be even more bummed about the plight of my lactose intolerance brothers and sisters around the world? Friends, it's time to eat some milk, drink some milk. Hey, if you made it this far, I bet you're a cool person. Will you do me a quick favor? Would you like this video? That would really help me out. All right, everybody, I think I am ready. You can't see it, but back here, I've got a buttload of bowls ready to go. And then also I've got my spoon. I've got my cereals, and I have got milks, non-dairy milks, coming out of my ears. So let's see if we can give these a try. I think the best way to run this is to put each of these non-dairy milks through the paces on 1 cereal each. That's the theory I'm going with, at least. So I am going to get out 3 bowls, and I think we're going to start with the most plain, which is just regular Cheerios. All right, there's my 3 bowls of unbelievably boring looking Cheerios. Let's start by putting some almond milk on it. Oh, I've never even really opened these. They've got like a little tab thing going on. So a little twist and then a tab. Do people collect these things? What happens with these little tabs? I'll put it aside there. Now, do I need to shake it? I'll shake this just in case. Do you need to shake non-dairy milks? All right, let's pour this out into our Cheerios. It goes more like glug, glug, glug because the hole is smaller. I'm not going to hold that against it. Let's give regular Cheerios a try in almond milk. My immediate first thought is that if any comparison to regular milk can be made, it's to skim milk. There is almost no creaminess happening with this. Now, I specifically selected original almond milk unsweetened. I thought in this case it would be cheating a little bit to make it somehow sweetened, which I think the original is. I wasn't consistent, by the way, in the categories of milk, so forgive me for that. So this tastes fine, but way more like skim milk that I used for years and years than any other type of milk. I also have to say it tastes a little metallic. Is that regular for almond milk? I don't know why that's striking me, but there's like a aluminum-ness to it. Quite a different experience than regular milk. Next, let's put soy milk into the middle. Shake this up whether we need to or not. Who knows? Is this how you shake things? That was hard to twist off. Put the little nub over there. All right, let's try soy milk in here. Ooh, a completely different color. This one is like yellowish, tan-ish. That one was very white. All right, let's try regular Cheerios in soy milk. Oh my goodness. For soy milk, I absolutely forgot to buy the unsweetened one. You can tell instantly that their original soy milk has sweetener in it. That's yummy, but it doesn't taste like milk then. I think this one is kind of cheating if you're eating regular Cheerios. Because it has sweetener in it, it tastes like frosted Cheerios of some kind. Geez, I wish I'd gotten unsweetened now. No regrets. Let's try one more bite. Well, it is, on a positive level, much more creamy tasting than the almond milk was. It does not have any sort of metallic taste that the almond milk had. So I would give it points just for that thickness that it brings to it that is much more like a normal dairy milk in my mouth. Let's finish this first round up with the Chobani oat milk. This one definitely says shake well. Again, I'm gonna look like an idiot. I'm gonna get my shaking in. Whew, okay, that was shaking well. Let's easy twist on that one. Pull off the tab, put that aside. This one was the perfect balance of color. It was definitely white, looked like milk, but it had a thickness to it like the soy milk had. So far, just visually, the Chobani Extra Creamy definitely had the edge here compared to the others. Let's try regular Cheerios in oat milk. Oh, how odd. The oat milk flavor of oats is multiplying the oatiness of the Cheerios. So there's like an oat explosion happening. What an interesting double down on an oat flavor in cereal. It does taste similar-ish to milk. More similar, certainly, than the almond milk did. That kind of just tasted like water. This has more of the functionality of milk, and so I'm enjoying that quite a bit. I would say that the soy milk is a cheater because there's sweetener in it, and this is a purposely non-sweet cereal, so that one can't get any points there. The almond milk very much just tasted like aluminum water in this cereal, and so I can't give it any points there. I guess it's going to have to go to oat milk for this round because tasted like the consistency of regular milk, was the perfect color. The only challenge I had was that it quadrupled, or even more so, the taste of oat, which is fine, but I'm wondering how a non-oat cereal, which is what we're about to get to, will fare in that same way. So regular Cheerios round goes to Chobani Extra Creamy Oat Milk. All right, let's move on now to the fruity sweetened category with dear old Fruit Loops. Let's put out an additional 3 bowls. Don't worry, I've got more in storage. Let's open this up. I absolutely love the smell of Fruit Loops. It is absolutely the smell to me of family vacations when I was a little kid. Since Chobani Extra Creamy won the last round, I'm going to go in reverse order and give that a try. Do you need to shake it every time? Between servings when you're eating 9 bowls of cereal, do you need to shake it? I guess that hasn't been tested by many other people. Let's try it. I know this sounds stupid, but that also sounded like milk. When it hit the cereal, had the right amount of viscosity to make it echo the same way that milk does. Let's try Chobani Extra Creamy Oat Milk with Fruit Loops. Yummy. The Fruit Loops are, of course, great, but it does not double down on the oats the same way that it did with the Cheerios. So it really tastes fantastic. Again, the mouthfeel of this has so far been very convincingly milk-ish. I don't even know if I would have noticed that this isn't dairy milk when eating it with this sugary cereal. That's really good. It's doing a good job of picking up the sweetness into the milk. Boy, that was a very strong start in this category for oat milk. Next, we're going to go back to soy. Ugh, I can tell you, I don't like this color. It comes out very yellow. It's kind of gross to me. All right, let's try Fruit Loops in soy milk. Well, I don't mind the flavor. The soy doesn't punch me in the mouth or anything. Definitely good creaminess. The sweetness of the soy milk is covered up far better in this one than it was in the Cheerios. It had no business being in regular Cheerios. It matches the sugariness of the Fruit Loops better. So that's a positive for it. I quite like it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oops, I made the mistake of glancing down. It looks hideous in the cereal. I know that might not seem like much to a lot of people, but I don't want my cereal floating around in a gross-looking liquid. I don't know if this is fair or not, but I have to reduce the amount I like it by how much I dislike looking at it. Let's finish this round out with the almond milk. Oh, shake it. I don't even know if I need to be shaking these things. But now I'm obsessed with shaking it. Good. Back to a very good color. I'm very happy about that. Let's try Fruit Loops in almond milk. It's definitely non-creamy. And so that is leaving the Fruit Loops front and center. You can barely taste milk on here. There is a moisture it brings to it. That's good. But it's neither doing the cereal any favors nor taking anything away or adding something unpleasant. It really is just like serving it up wet in your mouth. I would say that I did not like the almond milk in regular Cheerios. This is totally okay. In fact, I would say I like this a little bit more than the soy milk. On this round, again, I have got to give the award to the Chobani Extra Creamy Oat Milk. It felt like milk. It added a milk-likeness to what it's supposed to do in interaction with the cereal. I liked it from top to bottom. Soy milk is gross looking, but tasted fine, kind of extra sweet. The almond milk was neither here nor there, harmless. If you're going to eat a sugary cereal, then it's fine to put almond milk unsweetened on it. This might be the perfect place to point out one more very big positive when it comes to this comparison, which is that the almond milk that I'm using is gigantically lower in calories than the other two. The Chobani Extra Creamy Oat Milk for 1 cup is 140 calories. The soy is similar, maybe slightly lower. 110 calories per cup. Almond Breeze unsweetened almond milk, only 30 calories per cup. No wonder it tastes like water. There's barely anything in here. 1 carbohydrate. If you want to drink nothing, this is as close to nothing as you can get. That's really surprising to me. All right, let's finish this up with our final round, which is the chocolate round. Like I said, the cereal we're going to use is Cocoa Pebbles. I love me some Cocoa Pebbles. The goal will be to see specifically how this interacts with the milk. Does the milk pick up on the chocolatiness of the cereal, even creating some sort of good pairing where it becomes a chocolate-y-ish non-dairy milk? All right, let's give these a try. Since I haven't started in the middle here with this soy milk, that's what I'm going to do. Looks horrible, kind of an orange gangrene color, but it's certainly hidden in this chocolate cereal, so that's very positive. Let's give this a taste. This is Cocoa Pebbles in soy milk. Boy, that is so sweet, overly sweet. I think I've learned my lesson. I would not go for a sweetened non-dairy milk. It really pulled out the chocolate into the milk. I'm going to give a little sip just to see if I can taste the milk itself. That's pretty good. But again, almost too sweet. I would not recommend it in cereals, especially these sugary cereals. Wait, and especially in non-sugary cereals. Well, I think you see where I'm going with soy milk, at least this original kind. I would not use this in cereal again. For second, let's go with the almond milk. So far, it has been almost nothing like a non-sweetened, non-milkish, non-dairy milk. Let's try almond milk with Cocoa Pebbles. Oh, this definitely brings me back to when I started this channel and used almost exclusively skim milk. This is having the almost exact same function as skim milk, which is to say the milk is almost irrelevant to the cereal. It carries it to your mouth, but the milk adds nothing, which is somewhat refreshing. It really lets the cereal be front and center. So that's good. It has turned a slightly chocolate color. So let me see if I can taste the milk. Yum. Boy, I really liked that taste. It's subtle. It's not creamy, but maybe my past as a skim milk lover is coming to bear here because that was a refreshingly good bowl of Cocoa Pebbles. Let's finish up with what I think will be the opposite end of the scale. That looked amazing. That looked like a thick 2% milk, if not a whole milk. Visually stunning. Let's give it a try. Let's try oat milk with Cocoa Pebbles. Yummy! I can definitely taste the oats in this oat milk, but they're pairing well with the chocolate in the Cocoa Pebbles themselves. It's creamy without being too dense. It's keeping the cereal light and enjoyable. Let me see if it has turned the milk chocolate-y. It's perfect. That legitimately was a great experience with this. So in this round, once again, I would go Chobani Extra Creamy Oat Milk was such a great comparative milk to 1%, 2%, I think is where it really felt like in my mouth. Second, I would say again, this almond milk is refreshing. It's so light that makes the cereal really come out. Stayed extra crispy in that almond milk. And then the soy milk would be the lowest. I'm not a fan of the sweetness, certainly not a fan of the color, although it's masked here a little bit, which is good. Let's see if we can do a final lineup with all the cereals. In the plain Cheerios, obviously the oat milk won. In the second round, I would similarly give this to the oat milk because it just has such a regular milk functionality. It just plays the part so well. The sweetness of the soy milk original was covered up a little bit better in this. And so if you need to do soy milk, I would say a fruity, sugary cereal might be your best pairing. Finally, once again, Chobani Oat Milk Extra Creamy came through for what could have been the perfect cereal experience. If you're looking for a chocolatey milk, a chocolatey cereal, a non-dairy milk to go perfect with that, you need the creaminess, the milkness of the Chobani Oat Milk with you. So the clear winner overall is this Chobani Oat Milk. You got to be ready for the calorie load. It's 140 calories a cup. That's only slightly more than a normal cup of milk, though, would be dairy milk would be. If you're looking to be on a tight calorie diet, a tight carbohydrate diet, then I would go with the almond milk second. I would explore more in the soy milk department to see if there's an unsweetened, I'm surely there is, an unsweetened to go with or something a little more light. And then don't open your eyes because it looks terrible. Well, friends, we have done it all. We talked, we ate, we milked more plants than any self-respecting gentleman would care to admit. Remember, we gave the winning prize to this, the Chobani Extra Creamy Oat Milk. After that, and perhaps on the very other side of the scale when it comes to the functionality, I really enjoyed parts of the almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. It barely brought anything to the table, which in some ways was very good. Finally, we had the soy milk. Too sweet. It looked terrible. I would not go for this again. If you want to try any of today's non-dairy milks for yourself, they're in every dairy section, ironically, in every supermarket everywhere. So get out there and grab what you would want. Now listen, if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with what cereal or other milk that we should look at together in a future episode. Until then, never be soggy, my friends. Bye-bye.